Have you ever been swamped by a huge idea and can't figure out where to start, how to get it out of your head and get working on it and be able to actually see it come to life? If only there was a magical tool where you could do this. Well, you're in luck. Today we are jumping into the incredible science of mind mapping. What's up guys, Lewi here. Now, mind mapping is something that I do when I have a pretty big idea, but I just can't seem to connect all the dots. From a YouTube video to speaking on stage to working on production strategies with my wife, whatever ideas I have, I love to do this process because it helps you free flow and think about what you're doing. Now, I use digital notepads and Notion and Evernote and all that good stuff, and making checklists and all the other stuff. It's great, right? You make checklists and check each one of them off as you go, and that's great. But it doesn't really help you to flow through it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to jump into the whiteboard here and we're going to go through mind mapping and show you exactly how to do it and exactly how to get your ideas out on paper so you can see them clearly and actually start to attack them. All right, guys, let's jump in. So when you're mind mapping, it's all about taking a central hub, a central idea, and then pulling things out of it, okay? So all you'll do is you'll take your topic. So there's a few ways you can go about it. You can just start going machine gun with all the different ideas. One thing I like to do at the start is define what I'm trying to do, what the goal is for here. So define. I like to get that out of my head. Why am I doing this? What do I want the outcome to be? Defining what the reason I'm even attacking this for is. And this can be a work in progress. You might not get this all done at the start, but as you're working through it, you can just start to drop down bullet points here for this part. Okay, the next piece I like to do is benefits. Benefits here. What is the benefit if you make a success of this idea? What could come from it? Is it more business? Is it more time? Is it more money? Like, what does that look like? And this is where things really start to get cool, right? Because we've got the mind mapping with a couple of things. Now with our benefits, really we can just look at that. And there might be multiple benefits here we're looking for, right? There are 5 benefits that could come from the project that we're working on or the idea that we're trying to work through. Now, when we get to here, I also like to ask myself, why do they benefit me? What is the point of this? What are my goals for the year? What are my goals for the quarter? Do they benefit me? Do they get me closer to those goals? The next part I really like to look at is tools and resources. So I'll pull up here. Tools and resources. Really, I think about what do I need to execute? Like, what are the things that I need to do here to make sure that I can take this task on, get it done, and make sure that I execute to the highest level. Now, this might not all be actual physical tools, but it could be the people involved, you know, the resources that you're going to have to do, the things you're going to have to buy. Like, what are you going to have to do to make sure you have everything you need to execute on this? And again, typically what happens is we start to bring it out. So there's 4 things right now that are going to be tools and resources. And you can see very quickly if we zoom back, and now we've taken that idea that was kind of in our head, was bothering us, was like, oh man, I can't figure this out. Now we start to break out into sections where we can strategically think, and we're going to be able to go ahead and execute. So what I want to do now is show you kind of quickly a real estate example of this. Change our color. So everything in yellow now is actually what we're going to be doing, okay? So let's call this, we're going to start a YouTube channel, okay? That's the big thing here. That's the thing we want to start executing on, but it's so big that we haven't figured out exactly how to do it. Okay, so now we look at define. So we have to define what it is that we're trying to do, what we want to do. So it's YouTube, right? So we want to start a YouTube channel. Okay, that channel is going to be geared towards prospective clients. And the theme of the channel is to give property tours and market information for your local market. Okay, so we've defined what we're doing already. It's pretty simple, it's not that hard. We're starting a YouTube channel built for future clients who are going to come to us, and we're going to do it through giving lots of local market advice and property tours. Okay, so now we get to benefits. And this is a big one because if you can't really think about the benefits of the idea that you're going to execute, is there a real point to doing it? Probably not. So let's look at the benefits of what we think a local YouTube channel designed for future clients with market info and property tours is going to get us. So benefit number one is become the expert. Becoming the expert in your chosen market is huge, and YouTube can be a massive step to take you there. Okay, next one would be to have, that's the way I look at YouTube, is like it's 24/7. It never rests, it never stops. So whenever actually someone jumps on and asks a question, you will be the one to answer it, and you'll be the one to give your information, but you don't actually have to be there. You only have to do it once, and it works round the clock. YouTube is insane for this, and I've really benefited from that in terms of our production channel and also this channel too. Okay, the next one is obviously lead generation, right? And leads directly from YouTube is something that's been proven to work, and we see a lot with our agents who want to adapt and start using this incredible platform. Okay, next one is your Google profile. Excuse the handwriting. So your Google profile is linked up. Obviously Google owns YouTube, so Google, the #1 search platform, owns YouTube, the #2 search platform. So when your videos are on YouTube and you're linking them up to your Google My Business page, this puts you up the rankings because you have an active account. So again, not just searching through YouTube, but now people searching through Google can find you a lot easier than your competition. And the next one, a lot of people don't really think about, but it's partnerships. YouTube isn't going away. And what a lot of people are seeing right now is if you're active on the platform, people reach out to you, not just prospective clients, but builders, podcasters. Anyone in your city who wants to interview someone can see if you're active and you know a lot about the market. You're going to be reached out to from all sorts of different people who want to talk to you and who want you to talk to their audience too. So now, if we zoom out, we have our define and we have our benefits, okay? Expert in the field, expert in your local market, 24/7 business card, leads, obviously, Google ranking, and partners that are going to come from it. So 5 pretty big benefits there. Obviously you'll do this yourself. I'm kind of getting through this just for the sake of showing you how to do it. And then what I like to do is move on to tools and resources. So tools and resources, what am I going to need to get this done? Okay, so the first piece of this, I guess, is kind of obvious. You're going to need a YouTube channel. Okay, now you could do it through your Gmail account or from your business account if it's with Google, however which way you want to do it, but make sure you keep it with the one account. So we got our YouTube channel. Next one, we're going to need equipment. Now, you don't need anything other than this right here. If you've got a phone, you're good to go. Once you start progressing on YouTube, once you start getting more views, you can get a little more professional with it. But if you look at a lot of the most successful local YouTubers with real estate, they're just using their iPhone, maybe a little lapel mic, and they're good to go. It's all about the exchange of information. It doesn't matter how fancy your stuff looks if you're not saying anything of substance. It's about how knowledgeable you are about your chosen topic and how well you can translate that into the terms for your viewers. Okay, the next one is going to be topics. You're going to need to figure out what your topics are. Is it property tours? Is it market updates? Is it everything and anything in your city or your chosen market? What are the topics going to be? What does that look like? And the last one, I would say you're going to need to learn optimize. Optimization is such a huge piece of the puzzle when it comes to YouTube. Obviously, there's things like the Social Agent Academy by Mike Sherrard and things like that you can jump into and learn this stuff. But if you just search on YouTube, you can learn it all yourself. Tools like vidIQ, TubeBuddy, all these ones are phenomenal. So let's start to zoom out here. So you can see how quickly this is kind of blown up, right? Our YouTube idea, we've defined it, defined with what we want to do with the channel. We've defined the benefits so we know why we're doing what we're doing and that it's worth taking on. And then we've defined the tools and resources that we're going to need to use to make sure we achieve our objective. Now, the thing about mind mapping is it doesn't stop there. You can go as deep as you want on any of these things and keep on expediting the ideas that come out. So for instance, obvious one here is topics, right? So property tours, market update, what's going on in the city, reasons to live here. And then you can keep on diving down, topics. So if this is things to do in my city, then you've got, cost of living in my city. 5 reasons you want to move to my city. 10 reasons you should know before you move to this city. So you can just break down all of this. And the same with optimization. You know, you got tags, you've got keywords, you've got titles, you've got thumbnails, you've got all these different things that you start to put in and start to mind map out. And all of a sudden, you have this huge resource now that you can start working on. So instead of just being like, okay, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Okay, well, first thing I guess I should log on, start a channel. Okay, now what? Like now you can systematically see what you have to do, okay? You've got what you want to do, you've got your reasons for doing it, and now you're going to start using the tools and resources to actually go ahead and do it. So this is just a quick example of mind mapping. Obviously YouTube's a big one for me. I use it quite well. I do a lot of stuff with it, but you could do this for anything, for open house strategies, for door knocking, for cold calling, like, or anything you want to do in your business, you know, your financial setup. Using the mind map here to just get everything out, big picture style, and get an idea of what you actually want to do and what you want to achieve is huge. So that's mind mapping in a nutshell, guys. If you have any questions on this specific topic, drop them in a comment below. If you haven't been here before, subscribe to the channel. If you want the weekly newsletter that I send out on Mondays, you can hit the link for that below as well. And we will see you on the next one.